Hello everyone, Dr. E again. I recently posted a video talking about the complexity of cat reproduction. And today, in this video, we're going to discuss 4 parameters, 4 things that can influence your cat's reproduction. So watch this video to find out what I mean here.
So you see here on this slide, we have 4 different parameters that are shown. Light, breed, nutrition, behavior. These are parameters that play an essential role when it comes to feline reproduction. These are parameters that will influence the breeding success or the reproductive activity of your male cats and your female cats inside your cattery. So take a look at them and give them some thoughts. Which of the previous factors I just showed you on the picture has the biggest influence on cat reproduction inside your cattery? And I'm asking you, what is your specific situation? Because from one cattery to the other, it might vary. And I think this is also a very important concept to have. You know, in catteries, we always tend to think, okay, each cattery are the same. We tend to try to have a uniform way of seeing things. But keep one thing in mind, each cattery is different. Each cattery is a separate unit which deals with its own challenges, etc. So you always need to consider your cattery. What works for others might not work for you because your environment is very specific. Cats are seasoned individuals, have a seasonal reproduction. Queens typically will start cycling when we have an increase in daylight. When the days get longer, this is usually when they will start cycling because there is an hormone produced in their brain called melatonin, which secretion is influenced by the duration of the day, that in fact plays a role in the reproductive cycle of the animal. So the more melatonin there is, the less the queen will exhibit a reproductive cycle. And typically that's why when you have shorter days, you have less melatonin produced by the queens, and this is why the cycle. In male cats, there are some publications in favor of seasonality, but it's not as marked as in other species like in sheep, etc. So it's clearly important for the females. And look at the breed. I fully agree with you. Typically in feline reproduction, we make a big distinction. Typically, we have 2 extremes. We have Persians and apparented breeds, related breeds, exotics, British short hairs, etc. And on the other hand, we have Siamese and Oriental cats. So these are the 2 extremes. Persians are typically considered as quieter. Usually, these are the breeds where we might end up dealing with cats not exhibiting proper its behavior, while in Siamese, it's the total opposite. Usually, you guys call us saying, hey, please do something. They are in season all the time. I cannot sleep anymore. And we will address that. Nutrition definitely plays a role in 2 things to keep in mind. The first thing is the body condition. This is important because I'm sure you've heard that typically we say that cats reach puberty when they are approximately 85% of their optimal body weight, of their adult body weight, sorry. And this is in relation with an hormone secreted by fat tissue, which is leptin, that interacts again with the brain reproductive control centers. What is really key when it comes to reproduction and nutrition, your queens need to have an optimal body condition, and same for the males. If they are obese or overweight, which is something unfortunately we see more and more often, we can end up with reproductive issues. And behavior. I'm glad to see that some of you mentioned behavior because we could speak hours on behavior, but it has a clear impact on reproduction. And one of the key important thing is socialization. You want your kittens, you want your male cats and your female cats to be properly socialized, because if they're not, then when you will put the male and the female together, they might not get along. They might even fight, or they might be scared of each other. So behavior is essential, because if they cannot see each other, if the male cannot see the female and vice versa, you can imagine it's not going to work. So, and again, those are very important parameters. And I'm glad to see that from one country to the other, it's different based on your answers. So remember this, there are plenty of different factors influencing the reproductive activity in cats, many of them to consider, and each of them may vary depending on your cattery.